Hey there, I'm Autumn, a customer advocate over here at Wilsonville Toyota. I've attached a proposal for the purchase of Matt's Tundra to this email, but I also wanted to quickly go over what is and isn't covered in terms of warranty stuff. I already went over this info with Matt, but I figure obviously because you guys are the ones with your name on the loan, you'd like to know as well. So bear with me here. This is a little visual representation I like to use. We call it a graph. Essentially, this line represents where you become more risk responsible, and this line here represents obviously the life of the vehicle in terms of your ownership. So essentially for the first 12 months or 12,000 miles, Toyota's going to call this their adjustment period. It's the first portion of what's called the 3-year 36,000 mile limited manufacturer's warranty. So for the first 12 months or 12,000 miles, that's the no holds barred coverage, bumper to bumper, roof to road, best in class, comprehensive, innocent until proven guilty coverage. If you bump it on a curb and even need an alignment, that's taken care of as well at any certified Toyota dealership. After that, you're going to get into what's called the limited portion of that warranty, and that's for the next 2 years or 24,000 miles. And this is still going to cover both parts and labor, but the most important thing here is that it has to be Toyota's fault. So it's the guilty until proven innocent coverage. They'll cover it, but they're going to do an investigation and kind of figure out the cause of that issue. And if it's something that, obviously Matt caused, and unfortunately that's not going to be covered under warranty. After that, you're not completely out of coverage, but what this line represents, like I was saying, when you become more risk responsible, specifically it's on anything electronic. So after that first 3 years or 36,000 miles, you're only going to have powertrain coverage left over, which is anything that touches oil or grease. That's going to be here for the next 2 years or 24,000 miles. So in total, what you're getting from the manufacturer is 5 years or 60,000 miles worth of coverage. But you have these different benchmarks in terms of quality of coverage. Obviously, Toyota knows that the vehicle is less likely to break when it's brand new and shiny. And more likely to break when you've had some miles on it. You've been driving it for a little while, so that's why they start to peel off coverages as the vehicle ages. Stuff that's not going to be covered in this time is going to be like maintenance, oil changes, tire rotations, etc. But Toyota does have a really cool program called Toyota Care that takes care of you for the first 2 years or up to the 25,000 mile service. So for the typical driver, that's your first 5 services that are going to be complimentary. And if Matt would like to, service down in Corvallis where you guys live, or even closer to him, at maybe at the Beaverton location, that's just fine. It just has to have the big Toyota sign on the banner. Other stuff that's not going to be covered is anything cosmetic, dings, dents, windshield stars, rock chips, right? Anything that happens to the vehicle cosmetically, Toyota can't control any of that. Stains in the interior, right? Fading of the paint on the exterior. So they just don't cover it for you. Keys is another thing. I spoke with Matt about this, but basically you always get 2 keys from the manufacturer. But these keys are pretty dang expensive. They're like $475 a pop. So definitely make sure he keeps good track of them. Rental vehicles, if he does plan on servicing with us, or like I said, down in Corvallis, I'm not sure how they do things. We have a loaner fleet of vehicles that we loan out on a first come first served basis. So as long as it's an extended service, and as long as he schedules early in the morning, typically we can get him a loaner vehicle to drive around in the meantime. Other stuff that's not covered, Toyota very clearly in all their warranty information states that they don't cover anything that's due to wear and tear, which is defined as something due to climate, road conditions, or personal driving habits, right? More stuff that Toyota can't control, so they just don't cover it. Last thing you might have to be worried about is the depreciation due to total loss or theft, meaning that if he is in a total loss situation, an accident, or his vehicle is stolen, Toyota doesn't automatically forgive the remainder of the loan should there be a discrepancy between how much he owes versus how much his vehicle is valued at by his insurance company. So in other words, Toyota doesn't offer complimentary gap coverage. That being said, sorry, a lot of words coming at you real quick. I have included some additional protections in here to make sure we're picking up where the manufacturer leaves off so that Matt's not stuck with a big repair bill if something goes wrong with his truck. Obviously, we're driving computers on wheels these days, so it can get expensive really quick. So basically that means that I extended this 12-month, 12,000 mile coverage on the proposal out to 7 years or 100,000 miles, and that's the bumper to bumper, roof to road, best in class, innocent until proven guilty coverage. It would also mean extending his maintenance here out to 4 years or 45,000 miles, so he wouldn't have to pay out of pocket for an oil change until the 45,000 mile service. That would also include his major services there as well. Some cosmetic protections for the interior, the exterior of the vehicle, making sure that we're protecting it from rock chips and that kind of thing on the front, keeping the paint brand new and shiny, and then the inside keeping it, saving it from stains, because I know he's got some little ones here. And it also means taking care of you in the event of a total loss situation, essentially including gap coverage in this. So let me know what you think. The other accessories I have included in there is stuff that he wanted to add to the vehicle, like blackout emblems and that kind of thing. Everything's itemized in there. Please let me know if you have any questions, and I appreciate you listening.